The fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys.
Hello, you're listening to WIUX LP Bloomington, and this is the Boys Cold One Hour. Thank you for listening, guys. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Billy.
I'm Clay.
Got a great episode for you.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Crack open a cold one.
As always, crack open a cold one.
Glad to have you here.
Get it from the back of your fridge.
Uh-huh.
Grasp it. Firmly grasp that cold one.
All right, let's
raise it to the sun.
and crack it up.
Oh, that's a good.
What?
What?
Oh, wait, is that the wrong? Oh,
That
sorry.
what?
Is that the wrong sound effect?
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Wait.
Whoa, that might work.
Sounds like a lot of monkey
Can you
business.
put that back in the cage, please?
Okay,
yeah,
really?
I'll put it back.
I wonder if
Wait.
is that a...
Okay, here we go.
Is that a foreshadow? Oh,
That might be foreshadowing.
This sounds more normal.
Yeah.
Who are those boys on the radio? They've got some cold ones and their own show. So open up your ears, listen to us. Forget your fears, there's no need to fuss, cause the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys. You are tuning into the Boys Cold One Hour, season 3.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Wow.
Oh, what?
This is our third time doing it. Somebody just told me. People are always coming off the street telling me things. Somebody said, "You Boys Cold One Hour, you're an institution."
Actually,
did
someone did tell us
actually,
that.
yeah.
Just
Somebody
now.
did tell us that. You know what I mean?
We've got apparel.
We've got apparel. We've got food and drinks.
We've got a fervent following on Twitter.
Fervent following. We've got licensed fidget spinners. She can pick up at almost any.
I did not know that.
At almost any Boys Cold One Hour outlet store, which are only located in Malaysia at the moment. We hope to expand across the Malaysian market and eventually make it to the Philippines. But anyways, you're listening to the Boys Cold One Hour.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say? What do you think about that?
I think many things, but I do have to say, before we get started, we should delve in on a Boys Cold Hour classic. And that's
A classic.
The Boy Wonder
And the Boy Blunder.
So, for those of you who don't know, the Boy Wonder is someone who did something good. Wow, I'm
Someone,
blundering over here
somewhere.
trying to explain it. Maybe we should start with the blunder.
Maybe we should switch you to Blunder.
Oh no, please wait, switch. Oh, that means it's not me.
Oh, 'cause was it going to be you?
That was
I
a
don't
spoiler.
know.
It might have been.
Who wants to announce?
Are we doing Boy Wonder or Boy Blunder first?
Boy Blunder first.
Boy Blunder. So this is the boy messed
Blunder's
up.
the boy that messed up.
This is the boy who screwed up this week.
Yeah.
And the boy
Really goofed it up.
The
The boy
boy
Blunder
is
Sergey Waxman.
Wait, what did I do?
You blundered.
Okay,
I don't know.
Big time. What did you do? That's a blunder in itself.
I've barely seen this boy all week because he's been grinding away in Kelly, studying for these exams.
Yeah.
This man had 4 exams. He had an exam every night this week, from
Yeah.
8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
What?
He
That's
actually
crazy.
he has an exam tomorrow too. It's not over.
He literally made like the worst schedule ever. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no,
It's like-
seriously.
It's so bad.
So
Wait,
that's
he has it from 8 to 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That sucks.
this is my first time seeing Sergey all week.
This is my first
Yeah.
time seeing him all year. This is my first time ever seeing him, actually.
Yeah, no,
Hey, what's your name?
Study prep.
Oh, Study Boy.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't even slept in the last 2 days, and that's probably not even an understatement.
He definitely hasn't showered.
Hey-o.
Kidding.
I
kidding.
smell that one
Jeez.
from a mile away.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, listeners, if you can smell him all the way at home, we apologize. That's how powerful the stink waves are right
Sergey's smell does not reflect the opinions of the Boys Calling Hour.
now. Just because we emit a smell does not necessarily mean endorsements.
Exactly.
So,
No.
yeah, the smell is purely the property of the smell maker and him alone.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with the Boys Cohen Hour Entertainment Corporation. Anyway, so Sergey, sorry to hand you the blunder.
Scheduling blunder.
Hey, it's been the first
mean-
blunder you've gotten all year.
Yeah,
Maybe
I guess.
ever, actually, right?
I think he's gotten a blunder.
Maybe
before.
one.
maybe.
Yeah.
1 or 1 million, somewhere in that range.
I don't know. I feel like it's been 4 small blunders, you know?
True.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah,
Man.
but it just leads up to one huge blunder.
I know. I don't even know how I could have possibly missed that, but I guess I just thought
Yeah.
for some reason earlier on that taking 4 exams in 1 week was a smart choice.
Yeah, well, I mean,
crazy.
it sounds like it sounds like fun until you actually have to do it. Then it's not quite as
and I
all it's
think
cracked up to be.
it's even a bigger blunder because then I have to do another in 4 weeks from now. I've got to do the same thing.
Oh,
I really
geez.
God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, you screwed up.
Hey, well,
Anyways,
tomorrow night it'll be all over, and he'll be back.
back in the saddle again.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'll be showering finally.
good old time.
Oh my goodness.
He'll be scrubbing a week's worth of grime off of
That's
his
actually
body.
why you guys haven't seen me. I've been too embarrassed to actually come back.
You've actually been covered in a giant
Right.
dust cloud, so they can't see you. You're invisible. I'm just like, who's this? What's this tornado coming through here? It's just circus dust.
He's just gonna sprint to the shower as soon as he finishes that exam.
Yeah, he's gonna scrub off the fungus that's been growing in between his toes.
Have you ever seen Pigpen from Charlie Brown?
Oh no.
For the viewers at home, if you wanted to, just to give a visual representation of what Sergey smells like
yeah.
and looks
He
like
looks
right
like
now.
Pigpen's dust cloud. He
He
doesn't
looks,
look like
yeah. He looks like Pigpen's dust cloud, covered in garbage, sautéed
in trash.
in trash.
In guts.
Yeah, okay. This is
Showered in
disgusting.
clams.
Just kidding, Sergey. You look great, man.
You
This may be a little bit too gross for radio, so maybe we should move on to the
Yeah.
boy
Boy
wonder.
Wonder.
Hey, I've heard of Safe Harbor, but this is, I think,
It's a little bit too far. Yeah.
Basically, the boy who did something wonderful, who want to pretty much honor who did something great. So the boy wonder this week is
Sergey Waxman.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. What have I done?
What have you done?
What haven't you done?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Whoa,
He
I thought
hasn't
this was a-
showered. We can say that for sure.
Okay, I thought this was a wonder, not a
Okay.
blunder.
All right, sorry.
Hey, it's
sorry.
a backhanded compliment. What can I say?
Yeah.
no, Sergey's done a great job. And speaking of great
Job.
jobs,
He just got a great.
He just got a great job.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Finally,
Finally.
he can pay our rent.
Yeah, he finally pays half of the rent. He hasn't been paying it all year.
Goodness, wow.
His half of the rent. We all pay, like, let's see, the 6 of us, we all pay. Sergey pays half of us. Half of the rent. We play fifths of the other half.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my goodness.
I
Yeah.
figure that's pretty fair for all the torment he puts us through.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He
yeah.
hasn't weeded our lawn yet, has he?
Yeah, he was supposed to weed it. That's
All
what
right,
he
he's
did.
the wonder. We're not supposed to be
All right,
saying this
all
so much.
right. Sorry,
No,
we're just
congratulations,
we're just
Sergey.
heaping on
Oh,
the
thanks.
blunders here. But yeah, congratulations. So you have a job now. How does it feel to be employed? Or you have an offer?
Job
Are you going to
offer.
take it? You might be listening right now, so choose your words wisely.
Ooh,
He's thinking about it,
We will
right?
not disclose the name of the
So
company.
I do believe I will be, but I'm actually just waiting because someone else applied to
Ooh.
the same company, and I'm
Ooh.
waiting for their to see if they got an offer
Paying
too.
hard to get.
Yeah. I
Wait, you're
know.
waiting on that person?
Yes.
Why are you waiting on that person?
I mean,
He wants to rub it in their face if they don't get it. No,
I mean, I think it'd be
Would it-
really
would it be-
cool if I
Would it
could
be
work
that
with
crazy
this
to admit
person.
he wants to work with that person? Would that be so horrible?
That person would probably be honored to think that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we'll see if that person gets an offer, but this person got an offer, so congratulations to
congratulations,
Sergey.
yeah.
Thank you.
All the hard work finally paid off.
Yeah.
And the lack of showering.
And the lack of showering.
Definitely. Well,
Get in that shower when you get one tomorrow night.
That was
You're gonna
unrelated,
Get in the
but-
shower.
Yeah, probably, maybe that's the reason why I was struggling to actually get interviews or secondary interviews anyway, because of the smell.
Yeah, the smell.
Oh, goodness. That's bad.
No, Sergey, you smell like $1 million.
No, you do, honestly.
Oh.
Trust
He's gonna be
No,
making
okay,
$1 million
that's
bucks
You,
with
you
this new
smell,
job.
you smell like $1 million that somebody accidentally left in the trash.
Yeah, smell. Yeah, you
Oh,
ever
man.
smell the dollar bill? Those things do not smell good.
Yeah. And now imagine 1 million of them.
Oh,
man.
jeez.
Oh,
Maybe,
God.
maybe
Yeah.
I need to do a little bit of money laundering, you know.
Sergey,
Hey.
Sergey, you smell like $1 million in pennies,
Oh, actually, yeah, that does
Oh,
smell
man.
very
which
bad.
is approximately 100 million pennies, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
a cold one boy. I'm not a mathematician.
Hey, I'm not some kind of math man. All right.
Yeah.
So, moving right along,
Yes, I believe it is time. It is time for some tunes.
some tunes.
Ooh.
So don't
Earlier
go
we
away.
were playing a song. I did not like it. Jonathan liked it.
I liked
I don't
it,
know if you
yeah.
guys will like this one because it's called Dark Issues by Morn.
I have a lot of dark
Oh,
issues.
that sounds kind of sad.
I
So,
have some dark issues.
wait,
I
get
often
ready
mourn-
for some
I
sad
don't know if we
tunes,
should
maybe.
play this.
I often
don't-
mourn the fact that that I'm dark issues.
Hey, we're always on the hottest trends here on the Boys Clone Hour, and this is what the fans are saying they
This is
want.
what the
You know,
people
if
want.
the people say they want dark wishes or whatever it's called.
Issues.
Dark mourns, dark issues.
Dark Morns, whatever.
They won't give them what they want.
Yes, but stay tuned because we've got a really exciting topic that was alluded to at the beginning of the episode, so
was.
you don't want to go away.
All
So
right. All right.
And here
Sad
we go.
Times by the Crying Boys.
Don't judge me, please. tell you sorry for 1,000 times, but you always told me all dark issues, all black issues, all dark issues.
George, get back in the cage.
It's not your problem, but neither mine. So, oh come on, Batman, forget that. So come on, man, I will be fine. Don't try to take my mind. It's not my fault.
And we are back.
Dude, I just felt like I worked through some dark issues on that one.
Yeah, who was that by?
That was
That was by Dark Issues, but the it was called Mourn.
Wow.
wait, no. Wasn't the band Mourn and the song with Dark Issues?
Yes, my bad.
And featuring a solo.
By Curious George, if you heard that, he was going crazy in
He's
the
trying to
studio.
expand beyond TV.
He was trying to work through some of his dark issues.
I think he wanted to
Oh,
become
man.
a radio personality,
Yeah, he wants to have
Host.
sort of a radio persona. Yeah, how are you guys feeling with your dark issues right now? Are your issues feeling darker or lighter?
I think they're feeling a little darker after that.
I think that just let them out for me. So now I'm feeling light.
See, that just added so many more dark issues. That
Really?
I didn't know I had.
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna-
now I'm thinking of darkness.
Oh man.
Vampires, bats,
Shadows.
Frankenstein's, shadows,
Invisible people.
invisible people,
Shoot.
like long black cloaks,
Lagoon monsters.
like a wizard with like a black staff that shoots out black lightning bolts, named Nurgle.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
wow.
That's these are all these dark issues that are now coming to my brain because of that song.
Mhm.
But I liked it. I like Curious George's
Wow.
segment. Now, Billy, what does Curious George have to do with our dark issues?
Right. I don't know.
And
what
our
he-
seriously disturbed brains.
I don't know what he has to do with our dark issues, but the reason we've been hearing some animal sounds is because the topic for this week is animals. Yeah.
Just like Sergey over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
kidding.
Hey, take a joke,
Kidding.
buddy.
Yeah, a lot of
Kidding.
people refer to
No.
us as a bunch of animals. So
And you know
They
they're
do.
right.
Oh yeah,
they
they're
are
definitely right.
yeah. So yeah, animals. There's all sorts of kinds.
How many kinds of animals are there?
Let's see.
100?
Let's count. One,
Cow?
Cow.
Wait, no. Cow, horse,
cow, horse,
chicken,
Mammals.
dog, mammals,
mammals,
reptiles, fish. That's 7, right?
seven bugs,
Bugs.
Spiders.
Plants.
Spiders are bugs.
Wait, what about? Wait,
No.
did we
Plants
get
are bugs.
birds? Did we get
Robots.
birds?
Robots are technically mammals.
Do we get birds?
Birds.
Birds.
Yeah, birds.
Okay.
Oh,
Dinosaurs?
Bats.
Bats. Yeah.
Wings.
Wings. Wizards.
Vegetables. Or vegetables technically fall under
Vegetables technically are minerals.
because the stick bug.
Oh, goblins.
Goblins.
Jack-o'-lanterns.
Elves.
Skeletons. Elves.
Homo
we
sapiens.
can't
Homo sapiens. Humans. Neanderthals. And then last
what about Klingons?
The missing link.
Klingons, the missing link, and last but not least, not the missing leak. You know, where did I put that leak? Last
Wait,
but
leaks? Leaks?
Leaks are good. Last but not least. Last but not least, of course, Billy. What's the final animal?
Aliens.
Yes.
Oh,
The
yeah.
final frontier.
Yeah,
The final frontier.
the final frontier, because that incorporates it. That counts like sun people and
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Speed of
Oh,
sound
there's too many
five.
animals.
Okay,
I thought
well,
there were like 20 of them.
Knuckles the Echidna.
No, not Knuckles.
well, the great thing about
Wait,
their
Tails. The
Wait.
two-tailed fox.
Wait, Mario? Is Mario an animal?
Mario, I mean, he's a party animal, but
Hey,
have you seen the commercials for that new game?
Wait.
Is it
Yoshi.
Mario Party?
Mario. Oh yeah.
Wait, Ganondorf.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know what?
Yeah, I had a dream about him that one time.
No, that was not me. That was Jonathan.
No,
That was you.
That was
No,
Billy.
That was me. I said
thought you
I.
said you had the dream.
Oh no, I was saying I
That's
had the dream.
how many? That's like 42 animals. Do you think it's all animals?
Not really, but the beautiful thing about there being so many animals,
Yeah.
in fact, you could just
There's so many. There's so many pets to have companions with.
and there's so many animals that we can relate to ourselves.
Yeah, like for example, I relate to goblins, which is my favorite animal.
Yeah.
But more on that
Oh,
later.
Wow. So pets. Do we want to talk about some pets? Like, what animal would you guys like to have as pets? I know some of us have.
I had a pet. He passed away. His name was Hobbs. He was a dog, and we had to
Sorry.
put him down. His back legs stopped working, but he was a good dog.
Well, real quick though, speaking of animals, I think I've been seeing some animals on the field recently, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
And it just turned 11:20, so it might be a good time to go ahead and jump in on sports on the 20,
Sports
so we don't have
animals.
to
Sounds
cut
like a
out
good
later.
idea.
Sports animals in the zoo.
Ooh.
Oh.
The zoo.
Wait, Airbud?
Airbud. That's another animal. We forgot about him.
We forgot-
Oh, and the Air Buddies.
Oh,
There's
I
at least
love
like
the Air
40
Buddies.
Air Buddies. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
this is gonna
It's
take all night.
crazy.
All right. Well, so we do have some animals out on the field. After a 5-year absence, the Yankees are back in the division series following
Yankees, we forgot
Tuesday's
Yankees.
Tuesday's thrilling come from behind 8-4 win over the Minnesota Twins. I guess we forgot them too.
Twins.
These
Minnesota, that's a big animal. Some say the biggest.
but it's kind of wet too. You know?
Big wet
It's
animal.
all
Big,
Oh,
wet, cold animal.
wow.
Yeah. So these
Sounds like Sergey after he's gonna take a shower.
whoa! I plan to take a nice steamy hot shower.
Okay.
So
It'd be a shame if somebody sniffed the hot water.
yeah, we might have to notify the water department about that once I start actually taking that shower.
Yeah, they were like toxic waste.
Oh no.
So these baby boomers.
boomers.
No, not boomers.
Forgot about that.
Bombers.
Oh, man.
The baby boomers
boomers.
took the court today. The baby boomers took the court.
So these baby
Yeah,
bombers.
they're being lazy.
Were
Baby
led
boomers
by.
versus millennials. This ultimate showdown.
Who you got?
So we got Aaron Judge,
He's a baby boomer.
Didi Gregorius. I hope I'm saying that
Totally
right.
millennial.
And then Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez
That-
is he's half millennial. Gary's like
Half millennial.
He's right in the line.
Gary's like
he's
a
right
baby
on the
boomer
line.
name, but Sanchez is kind of like a millennial name.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they played like seasoned vets. Not anything to do with veterinarians.
Seasoned vets.
Or anything like
Vets,
that.
that's another animal.
Vets, veterinarians. They take care of the other animals.
And they fought out under a first inning 3-1 deficit in the one and done wild card playoffs. So,
Oh, man.
you know, they're doing really good out there, and that's pretty much what I have on the news.
sports.
So they're being pretty wild out there, like animals should be.
Ooh, they're going apes. Going ape. Going bananas. Anyway, so enough about baby boomers. So, yeah, my pet story, I had that pet. He was a really good pet.
Mhm.
I had a pet crab. His name was Cuckoo Crabby.
Ooh.
My brother's pet crab was named Mover because he wasn't very creative. And my mom left them in the garage for a week without giving them water or food, and they starved to death. My brother had a pet salamander, but it jumped into one of the, like, what are those things called? Like the heating vents and burned alive.
Oh, shoot.
In our house. He jumped right in between the
Oh,
yeah.
goodness.
Sad.
I still have one pet left, but, you know, I think his days are numbered.
Oh,
I
Oh,
remember.
wow.
Wow.
we might
That's
need to
sad.
get that
No.
animal out of there.
Yeah.
Any other pets that people have had or have or do you want to talk about Sergey?
I'd rather
I
not
mean-
talk about my pet.
Okay.
I mean-
you
You'll know when you see him.
okay.
He's a werewolf.
Oh.
Wait. If he's a werewolf, then what is he during the day?
During the day he's my
Butler.
accounting teacher. Just kidding, I'm not in accounting. He's my butler. So Sergey, you know Jay Shukla?
Yes.
Have you ever wondered why you never see Jay at night?
Yeah, and he's always like super tired, and he sleeps for so long during the day.
That's because he spends his days prowling the countryside, feeding on innocent livestock.
That makes sense.
All right, enough about my pet.
Yeah.
Well, I've had several pets. I've had a fish. I think I had that for maybe like a week. It got stuck in a little castle that we had,
Oh no!
and it broke its fin. And
No,
then-
jeez. Okay, what is this?
And
Animal
then,
deaths?
died.
I
Hey,
want to talk about this
we'll
stuff.
bring you up our
And then,
Saddest animal deaths.
Oh, no.
But I do have a dog. Her name is Gemma, and then I also have a cat, and her name is Stacy.
Nice.
And they are
Okay.
both living and very well.
I have a dog named Libby. She's still alive, getting up there in age, 11 or 12, something
Oh, wow.
like that. So,
God,
but hey,
wow.
still kicking.
Might be Libby's time sometime soon.
Yikes.
Kidding,
Yikes.
kidding,
Hey, I
kidding.
mean, you're right. You're right.
No, I'm kidding. Libby's gonna live forever.
That'd
What? I hope
be
so.
crazy. Oh my
That would be
gosh.
crazy. Is she a werewolf?
Maybe.
Were dog.
Were dog. Were pup.
A dog that turned into a puppy at
A
daytime.
pup named Scooby Doo.
She kind of is like that,
Scooby-
honestly.
Pup named Scooby Doo.
I love
Billy,
that show.
do you have any pets?
I did not. I
Scrappy
haven't
Doo.
had many pets.
Oh, Scrappy
Scrappy
Doo.
Doo.
That's another pet.
That's a good pet.
That's a really good pet. Isn't that DVD's pet?
Yes.
Yeah, our friend Dan has a pet.
He's a
Scrappy
pet
Doo.
named Scrappy, yeah.
So Billy, I know you have a few pet peeves
Okay, really?
because you're always screaming at me about them. But,
No,
but
that
what's
is
your pet?
no. I haven't had very many pets, mostly fish throughout the years. But my family,
Most
well,
dangerous
technically it
game
was
of all.
technically it was my sister's, but we've had quite a few hamsters. So that's probably one of my
Deadliest
favorite
catch.
pets.
The deadliest catch.
No.
Hamsters.
Hamsters.
Man's worst enemy.
No, man, the hamsters are awesome. And we had
What
one
was your
named.
favorite hamster's name?
I mean, we had one named Teddy. We had one named
Okay, really, it's not a
Raspberry,
bear. Okay, really, it's not a berry.
and then we had one named Marshmallow.
Okay, really, it's on the
Interesting.
marshmallow.
They,
Come
they,
on.
all, they,
Okay,
all, they all
really?
died when you actually ate them.
No, that is not true.
Oh.
Teddy, why would you eat a teddy bear?
Let me guess.
that's- yeah.
Teddy was brown.
Teddy was more.
Marshmallow's white. And
Marshmallow is actually both Teddy and Marshmallow were a little bit more like,
And raspberry was
like
purple.
like apricot, like
Yeah,
candy,
apricot, yeah.
peachy.
Milky.
So it's like a burnt marshmallow.
Yeah,
Was raspberry purple?
Wait, no.
no, raspberry was black and
A
white.
brown marshmallow.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Because
Didn't you
burnt
call
like
it
chocolate
cow?
marshmallow?
What?
Huh?
Shouldn't you have called it cow?
No, I don't think that's a very good name. But another pet that my family had was crayfish.
Ooh,
Those are very
Oh,
cool. Mr.
interesting.
Cray.
Mazel tov.
Mr.
Ooh, Mr.
Cray.
Cray.
He
You
used
should
to
call
be-
it Cray Catlin.
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely we should have. And in fact, I think I've talked about one of the hamsters when we had that pet stories.
Oh, I forgot about
episode
pet
a couple
stories.
years or not a couple years.
Wait,
a couple of semesters ago.
Let's rewind to that episode.
No.
So I was walking my pet dog and he took a dump on the sidewalk. Oh, this
Okay,
isn't appropriate.
really, that's-
All right,
No.
we're back in the present.
Yes, we're back in the present. So we all have had pets, but what is there? Are there any animals? And we can go crazy here because this is Animal Week. It's not Pet Week. What animals would
This
you
ain't,
guys?
this ain't your place for pets.
Yeah. What animal would you like to have as a pet?
Oh, real talk though. Should we get a house pet?
Oh,
Maybe.
I think I'm against the house pet.
you know what?
A boathouse pet?
House
Oh,
pet.
It'd have
a
to be
parrot. It
A
could be
parrot. Yes,
A
that's what I
parrot?
was
Without
thinking.
actually
Why a
becoming
parrot?
Because
For
we're
the
pirates.
boathouse.
Or a fish?
Or a fish. Actually,
A
fish.
fish?
fish
Where,
is
where do you
low
get
maintenance.
fish from boats?
Also-
We'd have to keep that outside the boat, though.
Yeah. We should actually just flood our lawn and put a bunch of fish and randomly
We
No.
should
bring in
probably have
there.
a moat.
Yeah, we should make a political statement and pollute it too.
Yeah. And a
Wait, we've
drawbridge,
already got a pet,
drawbridge.
right? Don't we have a snake in our
Oh.
whatever it is?
Oh, in our
true.
basement.
Yeah,
We
but
We
we
have a
also
snake in
have-
our
Oh, I
basement.
thought you were talking about Jay. He's become a snake.
Oh, he is.
He's
Yeah.
graduating early.
Other than him, though.
Yeah, other than him.
We do have Linda the Luscious, though.
Oh,
We do have a skunk.
Linda
Wait, we have a
Gonzalez.
pet.
Yeah.
That is
We
a
have a pet
very.
skunk
That's an
called-
animal we've been exposed to a lot.
We have a pet. We actually do it. There's a skunk that really likes us.
Yes.
That lives
Too much.
behind our house. Her name is Linda the Luscious Skunk,
Uh-huh.
and she likes to. I like Linda, but she does like to spray sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she sprayed Sergey earlier. It made him smell a little bit better.
Okay.
Kidding.
What do you guys think about
We have
Linda?
some pet deer too.
I'm kind of
I
scared
hate
of
the
Linda.
deer.
You hate the deer?
I'm
I
scared
kinda
of the
like
deer.
the
Yes,
deer.
we were.
I'm scared of
Yeah.
the deer. I
I
don't like
like
the deer.
them.
I'm pro Linda though. I like Linda. Billy,
really.
thoughts on Linda?
more of
Linda,
a deer
I mean,
guy.
I'm fine with Linda as long as Linda kind of keeps its distance, her distance, because it was my turn to take out the trash one week, and I had a little
Oh.
confrontation with Linda, a little classic cowboy
I
standoff.
was about to ask you what the new cologne you were wearing was.
Yeah, oh, no,
Oh,
no,
man.
I did not get sprayed, but I don't know. I can't say I'm pro Linda.
Well, maybe
I'm sorry.
maybe it's my fault. Maybe I shouldn't be feeding her the leftovers from
Yeah, and I probably
man.
shouldn't be bringing her out water and hot milk.
And I should probably stop
Yeah.
letting her in the house.
I should probably,
Oh man,
probably stop-
should definitely stop that.
I should stop knitting her sweaters to keep her warm outside. Jonathan, what's your opinion on Linda, the luscious skunk, our house pet?
I'm not a fan. I don't know if skunks kind of freak me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, better than a
I
deer.
agree.
No,
Deer-
deer are
I prefer
cool.
deer.
Deer
Deer
are
are
cool.
sweet.
What's a skunk gonna do? Spray you? A deer
Yeah.
can headbutt you and knock you into
Yeah, but they
smithereens.
seem pretty peaceful though for the most part. They just kind of chill
I mean,
out
they're-
on our lawn. It's like,
the-
oh sweet, there's a deer.
The
Like
reason
that's
why
so
I'm
cool.
anti-deer,
Yeah, exactly.
The reason why I'm anti-deer is because when I drive by a deer, they all look at my car and their eyes glow red in the
They
headlights.
glow red.
Yeah, they reflect in the headlights and they look like
Oh,
demons,
okay.
and it really freaks me out.
Right.
I'm anti-demon, pro skunk.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Hey, that's what I say about Linda.
I guess
She's
that's true.
She only sprays when she gets scared.
Wait, I thought she was a cat.
Oh, that
Wait,
explains
what?
a lot of things.
Oh,
she's
Do
not
you
a
think she
cat?
was a cat?
I mean, that's why I gave her the milk.
That's
and,
why you keep
like,
feeding
the-
her.
Oh,
Oh, no.
okay.
Well, it looks like we're about to have a litter soon because it looks like Linda's,
Uh-oh.
got a butt in the oven.
You know what wild animal I've always wanted to have
What?
as a pet? A kinkajou. I don't know if you
know
guys
what
know
that
what this
is.
is. It's like a bear with a long. It's like a bear monkey with a long
Yeah.
tail. They only live in the rainforest.
Ooh, okay, really?
The reason the reason I like them, I did a.
Hey, I knew one of those.
That was my rainforest project in 3rd grade. It was on the kinkajou.
Okay.
Hey, they're really cool. Look them up. They're
Look up a kinkajou at home.
no.
I would
yeah.
probably have no. I've always been into.
They're cool. Trust me.
I would actually. I think probably like to have a chimpanzee, but the problem with that is it can literally rip your face off if it gets mad at you.
Right, that is the scary
That
thing.
is scary.
But I think they're so awesome. I'd also want a koala bear. I don't think the koala bears are harmful.
Ooh.
I feel like I've heard they're actually pretty mean, aren't they?
Really?
yeah, they're kind of.
I've heard they're actually really mean.
I would
They
also
get
like
a bad
an.
temper.
I would also like an alligator, but that would be really mean. I just think alligators are cool.
Oh.
But I
Or a
think
croc.
if all of them were tame, I would most like either a
Okay.
koala or a chimpanzee. And my chimpanzee would come to class with me, and we would wear matching outfits.
Wow.
And his name would be William.
What do you wear?
Wait, what?
What?
What do you wear?
We would probably wear like overall. Like imagine like a striped T-shirt with like
Okay.
overalls and like a little beanie cap with a propeller on top.
Ooh, I like that.
Man, that'd be pretty fresh, actually.
Because can't you imagine like a chimpanzee wearing that?
I can, yeah.
So we would like like one of the rainbow hats with the
Yeah.
propeller, and we'd both come to class like that. And they'd say, Clay, they'd confuse me with the chimpanzee. We'd both sit in different parts of class, and he would take notes from me while I goof off.
Oh, that would be the
Oh.
move. You can like take your exams. Oh wait, Sergey should have done that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
This week?
you know, Sergey would probably get the same, probably better scores than the chimpanzee took his test.
All right.
I'm sorry. We usually never roast Sergey, but it's just all coming out today.
Just
But
because
yeah.
he's the wonder.
It's those dark issues.
Yeah, it's this dark issue.
He finally got the job, so he can play around a little bit.
So my dream would be a pet chimpanzee who could come to class with me and wear my same outfits, named William.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Well, I could call him Bill for short.
Oh man, this is getting weirder for me.
Actually, just wait. I'll come with a different name for him.
Okay.
Kevin.
Kevin, I like it.
Kevin.
Scrappy.
No, not Scrappy.
Oh, not Scrappy.
No, because says we have a friend named Kevin, but now he goes by Scrappy, so Kevin is now up for grabs.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, I
So-
agree.
Billy, I want to hear about your dream pet. What's your kinkajou's name?
I guess I never really thought that far. I guess.
Can I name it for you?
Yeah, go for it.
How about
Give him a
is
good
it a
name.
female or female?
What?
Male or female?
Probably a male. I just kind of think of me and him as bros. So.
Greg.
Ooh.
Greg.
Rabbi.
Rabbi. Sexy Rabbi. The
No,
kinkajou.
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go with Greg on this one.
I like Greg. Yeah, I think Greg's good.
That sounds like a good name.
Jonathan, what's your dream pet?
Oh man. I mean, I guess really, I've always wanted to have a dachshund.
A dachshund.
Yeah, I think they're just so cool.
What the heck? What in the crap is a dachshund?
That's a
You don't
dog.
know? You know, like the wiener dog.
Oh, wiener dog.
Wiener dog.
Like
yeah.
Sergey
I
walks
thought
in,
it was
you're like a
I
dog.
thought that was like a dachshund.
Dachshund
Or
I'm
dachshund.
pretty sure it's dachshund, right?
Oh,
There's two
yeah,
different
no,
types
it's-
of dogs,
no,
and
it's
one of them is called a dachshund.
Yeah.
And dachshund.
I used to think of that all the
Okay,
time because
yeah,
it's
'cause I
such a
can't believe-
long name for
Yeah.
a long dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
What would you name this dachshund?
Ooh,
Wait, that's really all
I feel
what you
like
get out of every pet. You get a wiener dog.
Yeah, come on, man. I feel like I name it Pierre.
Oh, that's a really good
That's a
name.
good name.
It's a really good
I
name.
feel like that would just be so cool to hang out with.
So we have Kevin the chimp,
Greg the kinkajou.
Kinkajou, Pierre the wiener dog. Would they be friends? Oh wait, last
they'd
one,
be
Sergey.
friends. Sergey.
Sergey, what's your dream pet and what's his name or her name and how do you guys interact?
Ooh, I would probably get a hawk.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd
Fierce.
probably get like the Eurasian hawk. They're a lot smaller, so they're not like too big.
Oh.
But I think that would be very.
What would you name him? What would you name him or her?
I would probably.
Let's go gender equality. This is a female hawk.
Female hawk.
And her name is Daphne. How do you feel about that?
Deathny.
Deathny.
That's kind of what I heard. That's kind of what it sounded like.
Her
at
name
first.
is Death and then Knee because she'll attack people with her knee.
Jeez.
I feel like
Deathny.
yeah,
That'd be a
actually,
good
Deadly.
band name.
Oh, that would be a good band name.
That should be our band name.
That should be her band.
Deathny.
Deathny. I think you should also call her Deadly.
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 Dudley.
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 Okay, actually,
Ooh.
I think
Dudley-
Dudley do
definitely kind of stuck with me. I think
All right,
that
so
would be a good
Deathny
name.
is a Eurasian hawk.
Yeah.
What's your
Wait, what do you say?
Deathny
Greg
is a
is
Eurasian hawk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, your Kinkaju's name is Greg.
Greg. Yours is Kevin.
Kevin the
And
chimpanzee.
yours
We
is
got Pierre the dachshund.
I like the. I think they would all get along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm honest.
think they
I would
get
see.
along.
I would see Kevin as riding Pierre
Oh.
while he is delivering a message to Greg while he's being attacked by the Deathny.
Whoa.
Oh.
I just don't think the Deathny's gonna play well with others. Is all I'm gonna say.
Hey, it might.
I don't know.
No.
It
Let's-
could.
It probably just protects the rest of them. That's what I see it as.
Like
I see
flying
Kevin
overhead.
And
Yeah,
Yeah.
keeping
This is-
lookout.
wait,
I
this
honestly
is a
see
small-
Kevin and Deathny as having a huge problem, and I don't think I feel comfortable with Kevin around Deathny.
No, but Daphne is very small. She's a much
Oh.
smaller.
Kevin's a
hawk.
baby chimpanzee.
but he's gonna get
The
bigger.
IQ of a 13-year-old girl.
Wait, that's
Girls
better.
mature faster than boys, so they're smarter.
That's better than the birds. I mean, the phrase "bird brain." Where do you think that came from?
Well, have you heard of the term monkey butt? No, I'm just joking. I see all of our pets getting along.
Yeah, no, I do too.
So I think another interesting thing to talk about that we were talking about was what animal do we see each other as physically and like
Emotionally.
emotionally?
Oh,
That's a really hard
hard.
question.
Metaphysically.
And if you don't know what we look like, look up pictures of us on Facebook. Or don't. It might be a little creepy.
that might be.
Look,
Go
go
to
to our
the-
Facebook page
yeah,
and look at the
dude,
cover photo.
yeah.
So I've been thinking about it. I might go first.
Go ahead.
William, Billy.
Yes.
I think your physical animal that you most resemble to me would probably be a turtle.
Okay, I've heard that before. It might have been from you too.
Yeah.
think it's-
I was prepared when I knew
I
you
really
were
like
talking
talking
about
about
this.
this.
I was like, someone's gonna say
That's
turtle.
not a bad one.
It's
though.
really
It's
not a
not.
bad one.
It really
It's really
isn't.
not a bad
I'd
one.
be a turtle.
Yeah.
And your spirit animal, I feel like, would be maybe actually a chimpanzee.
Okay.
Because you're
Really?
like very
'Cause he's a monkey
fun.
butt.
Oh, thank you.
No, not monkey butt. Because you're very fun. You're very playful. You're very funny. But you're very smart too. Because chimpanzees are one of the smartest animals.
Right.
And I
Oh,
can see
thank
myself
you.
hanging out with you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's why you were wanted to name him William at first.
Maybe
'cause-
it was like just like,
It was like
I just
me.
see him as you.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think why I wanted him Kevin. But anyways,
Mm.
so Jonathan, physically, your animal I'd say would be a snake.
Really?
Oh.
You look like a snake.
I was kind of
I
thinking
think I remember
ferret.
this. We had a conversation.
Yeah,
about
you look kind of like if you had to pick an animal, it'd be
Oh,
snake.
no.
Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way at all.
Not
in a bad
Snakes
way.
are
I'm
cool.
like a cool snake. What kind of snake are we talking?
Like an awesome like viper.
Like a
A viper?
Yeah,
like a
or like a
sand viper.
python. Not like one of the gross snakes.
No, pythons are kind of gross.
What about like a cobra?
A cobra. Yeah, cobra.
Yeah?
Sure. You need to change your hairstyle.
Another
Yeah.
thing
Or
is
a rattlesnake.
by the looks of the dirty laundry you've scattered throughout our house, you also shed your skin.
Yeah.
Okay, really?
I'm kidding. That's not true. That's
I don't
that's
even do
fake.
And then I would say your animal would be a wolf. Because I feel like
Really?
you're really cool. And like everyone likes you. But at the same time, I feel like you can also like be alone and do your own thing.
I can be.
And you can like hang with the pack, but you don't need to always be like the center of
Ooh.
attention.
Yeah, no, that's
You
so
can
true.
kind of go on your own and venture out on a wolf quest. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I like it.
Okay, I
So,
can see that.
I would see you as snake wolf, and I would see you
Wow.
as turtle monkey,
Turtle
which is
monkey.
much less cool than snake wolf.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
man.
But it's okay.
definitely.
And lastly, Sergey. I actually physically see you as a chimpanzee.
Oh, okay.
hairy boy.
He's
He is a hairy boy.
He's very hairy. He's very human-like. He's got black hair. But then, this is gonna be harder. Oh, I know. For your animal, I would say you're like, jeez. I would almost say actually dog, like a very good dog.
Like a very loyal-
Because you're very loyal and you're like
Dependable.
Really, you can do amazing things. Like have you seen how fast a dog can run and catch things? Like you're full of surprises. I feel like, and you have so many abilities and talents. But I feel like you're very loyal and dependable, and you're very reliable, just like a good dog is.
Would he be like a greyhound?
I'd say
They're
like
really
a golden,
fast,
I'd say like
I
a
mean.
black lab.
A black lab.
Okay.
So you would be monkey dog,
Monkey
Okay.
dog.
and those are my animals for people.
All right. Let's see. Clay, I think we have to do you now.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pinpoint one for what you look like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm thinking Beaver?
A beaver. Interesting.
Beaver or a badger?
Oh, I could see a beaver. Yeah.
A beaver or badger. That's. I mean, interesting.
I mean that in the best way.
Is that because of my giant flat tail that I used to build my home?
Yeah, exactly. And your buck tooth. I'm kidding. Everything besides that.
So beaver. Okay.
But from a personality, emotional standpoint, I was thinking, and
I'm fine with beaver. I think
this is a little weird. I was thinking like an ant. Like
okay. Really?
Oh come on, not like that. Like I was thinking like the ants and Ant-Man. You know, you're
ants are jacked.
You're super strong.
Yes, they
Oh,
are.
thank you.
Emotionally.
Thank you.
And you and what? I'm talking about his emotions.
Yeah, I got you.
And I was saying like ants are like team players. They're always hard workers. They're go-getters. They're self-starters.
Oh, this is really nice. Thank you.
So that's why I thought you would be an ant. But I understand.
Definitely turn that around.
There's definitely I
So
knew
I'm a beaver ant. I'm fine with that.
I did not mean it in a negative way at all. I definitely meant it in only. I was trying to think of because I feel like ants. They're always like.
No, you definitely. Yeah. Now I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Does
someone have a better one?
Or Billy, do you have any for Sergey or Jonathan?
I mean I can agree with both of yours. I would kind of see Jonathan as a ferret.
A ferret, interesting.
From
physically or
physically.
Okay.
And I'll have to agree with the chimpanzee on Sergey, and emotionally I agree with both of your guys. Both of your what you suggested, dog and wolf.
What do you think, Sergey?
Okay, so first of all, and I think I'm gonna go with the trend here. I kind of disagree. I think Jonathan looks more like a fox.
Ooh,
really?
I can honestly see all three of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say with snake the most. I think snake is the most.
Yeah, I would definitely say fox, but I would definitely agree with both of you.
For turtle and beaver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I was actually thinking for you more like a porcupine.
A porcupine, interesting.
Ooh.
But not more of like an appearance. And for Billy, I would actually say rabbit.
Oh, that's good. I can see rabbit also.
Actually, I played a rabbit in the school play. Actually,
wow.
White Rabbit, Alice in Wonderland.
Whoa,
interesting.
Let's bring
Okay,
that back.
You know what? I must have seen that play or something.
No, you definitely did not.
You act more like the Mad Hatter.
Okay, really?
Kidding. And what about like emotionally? Do you agree with those?
I think emotionally, I would put Billy as a crane.
A crane.
Yes.
Why? Why is that?
I think like maybe from more of a standpoint of when Billy actually gets serious, like he really gets serious.
Ooh.
And I think he also like he just has a really calm demeanor about him, even though he might not appear so on the outside.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I can definitely see that. Definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely agree though with Jonathan's. I'd like a wolf. It
Really?
matches you perfectly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I really think that's.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Very
Your
good
spirit animal's a
description.
wolf.
Yes. And then for you, Clay, I don't know. I think I would probably put. Man, this might be a little bit harder.
Oh, I'm so nervous. What's he gonna say? As long as he doesn't say snake or pig.
No,
Wait, you said snake for Jonathan.
No, like
I'm
emotionally.
thinking more of a
Emotionally.
cricket.
A cricket. Why is that? Because
I
I never
think
shut up.
I also
Okay, so I was
because of the bugs. Clay loves bugs, so ant cricket
Bug
is a
Boy.
recurring
Yeah,
theme.
the ant movie.
True,
Yeah.
true.
We haven't hit on the bugs yet,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
we?
I mean, I don't hit on bugs. They're my friends. I don't
Well,
see
no,
them
you know what I mean.
I would say probably just, I think you're very resilient. And that's
Oh,
what I
thank
think
you.
with crickets. Like maybe the noise that they make, I would say it's not necessarily looking at it as annoying, but like they're very resilient. They always like after you walk right past them, if they're scared, they still continue making their noise.
Ooh.
They still continue like going at their task.
I like that.
Yeah.
I noticed an insect. I think I have an insect personality. But I thank you, Sergey. I like that.
Jonathan, do you have any thoughts? Any
Man.
additional comments?
I agree with a lot of that. I feel like Sergey would be the one that looks more like a wolf. If I'm the wolf,
Sergey, he either could be a
Emotionally.
wolf or a chimpanzee.
he could be a wolf, chimpanzee, anything like that.
And
I
he-
feel like the facial hair, he's like got the like sleek.
But to me, that's almost like chimpanzee-ish.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
A
that's
baboon, maybe, perhaps?
No, I mean, his butt's not big enough.
Oh,
Wow.
No, that's a good thing. You do not want a butt as big as a baboon.
Hey, I mean, maybe you do. I don't know.
Sounds like it could be Jay, but
Oh, what the heck?
Wow.
no, he's a rat.
Okay, you're right.
He is a rat. Yeah.
Anyways.
But what else? I think Sergey would be kind of like a bee, maybe. Honestly.
Oh
Because-
yeah, I could see that
Yeah,
too.
because bees like they do some really cool stuff, but at the same time they will kill you. No, they won't kill you, but they'll.
Well, they're also a hard worker. They're always
They're
working.
very hard workers. They're very sweet. You know.
They're very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
But then if they need to attack you, they will. But it kills them. See, I feel like it would kill Sergey.
To attack one of us.
To attack
yes,
one of
I
us.
agree.
It would kill
I
him,
agree.
but he would do it if he
No,
needed
like
to.
if he had to, he would
He'd
do
be
it.
like,
It would kill
oh man, I
him.
really don't want to do this. But like if he had to do it, he would.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that-
To protect the greater good.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
if one of us was getting on a line, he would attack us. Not
Yeah.
physically attack us, but
Yeah.
confront us, even though it would kill him.
But he would, he'd feel bad about it, but he
Yeah.
would do it.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be dying on the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I like
yeah.
that. I like
Okay,
that.
yeah, that's
All
really
right,
interesting.
Well, this. I feel like I learned a lot.
I feel like I
about
learned a lot about you guys.
everything.
Yeah.
But it's time, since we're a little bit late. It's time for the news on the 43s.
With Sergey.
Sergey.
All
Animal
right.
news.
Animal news.
Baboon on the loose.
Baboon on the loose.
So, for news, we're going to look at the national spectrum here. So, Puerto Rico is still struggling after Hurricane Maria last week. And the Trump administration temporarily waived the Jones Act for the territory on Thursday in order to supply aid to the island. The law prevents foreign ships from picking up and delivering goods between U.S. ports, but has been suspended for Puerto Rico after being waived to help Florida and Texas earlier last week. So that's all the news we have today.
All right.
All
Well,
right, thank you very much.
So now we actually have an animal-themed segment.
Yes.
Ooh.
I've been excited for this
This is
one.
I've been
what I-
going bananas.
Yeah.
I've been going ape.
This is what I call Billy's Sounds of the Serengeti.
Ooh. I like that.
So basically, how this game is going to work is Billy, I'm going. I'm sounding like one of our professors. I'm going to present all of you with a
Animal.
sound. Hopefully,
Hey.
yeah. Hopefully my laptop is loud enough so that you guys can hear. I'll put the microphone up to it. I'm going to present 6 sounds, or I might have to cut it short depending on time. And you guys are going to have to match what animal you think is making this sound. So you guys at home can definitely play along. Tweet at us, Facebook post at us, #Cold1Boys. But for you guys are going to be competing to try and see who can get the most matches. And at the very end, I'll tell you guys how many you have right out of 6, and you'll have the option to switch your answers around last second. Winner gets to be the animal king.
Ooh.
Loser
Oh, wow.
has to act like one of these animals for the rest of the week.
No.
Shoot.
Oh,
No,
God.
I'm
this
kidding.
is high stakes.
I'm kidding. You don't have to actually do that. Okay, so the
can do
6
that.
animals, and if you have those of you who have your laptops, you can see the pictures that I have wanted to
I
present.
don't
But
have
anyways,
a laptop.
so the 6 animals I'm going to be presenting that are making these sounds are a frog, a lion, a pig, a rooster, a human, and just to throw in a little bit of a wild card, we have a fictional animal, Charizard from Pokemon.
Ooh.
Okay?
Oh.
So here's the 6. Those are the 6 animals, and here's the first sound. Try and figure out what it is.
Wait,
All right.
so how are we keeping score? Are we gonna write down on our phone?
Yeah, or you could just. I'll do like a thing where I ask you all what you think it is, and I can write it down here
Okay.
to keep track. All right, so, here
Sound
we
A.
go. Sound A. Here we go.
Hopefully you guys at home can hear that.
What are the
No,
options?
they can.
They
So
can?
the options are
Jesus,
that was
that's
either a
horrible.
frog, a lion, a pig, a rooster, a human, or Charizard.
Man, I feel like...
Well, actually, we were gonna do a 3, 2, 1, and you guys just have to shout it,
Oh, okay.
and then you guys can discuss.
Oh
it.
God, this is actually really hard.
So,
Okay.
do you guys have something?
Wow. I guess, yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Lion.
Pig.
All right,
You
so
say pig, Sergey?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
I said lion.
Jonathan and Sergey
I
say
think I'm
pig,
wrong.
and Clay says lion.
I don't know. It could be one of those It could be one of those
I,
noises.
it
where
sounds like a chihuahua or something.
it's initially.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the second sound. Whoopsie, sorry. Oh, wait, that's a human. Sorry, don't listen
Human.
to that part.
Human.
Sorry.
Human.
Okay, this one is not a human.
A
Sorry, I just
human.
picked 2. There's a human in
Oh, so this one isn't a human. Okay, cool.
No. Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm not going to subject you to that anymore.
Wait, what are the options?
So, once again, the options are frog, lion, pig, rooster, human, Charizard.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So,
I don't feel like that
are
sounds
you
like
guys,
any of
Maybe
them.
are you
it's like
guys,
a
do you guys,
frog
you guys have to come
Yeah,
up with
that's
something?
what I was...
That sounds like whatever it is being tortured.
It
There was a
Alright.
human in the video, but
I think I'm ready.
But it's
Okay.
not a human.
it may or may not be. The human that you heard was not the, thing,
Okay.
the subject.
I think I might be ready.
Okay,
I
ready?
think I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Frog. We all
Okay.
say frog. for
All
you
say
listeners
frog.
at
Wow,
home.
that's
I
unanimous.
was thinking it might be a human though, but I'm not sure.
Oh god, the human one is definitely going to be one where
If
it's
it was
like,
a baby,
Yeah,
That's
some
what I was
weird little
thinking.
baby.
both
yeah.
animals have been babies
Some
of their
freaky
species.
baby.
I think both animals have been babies of their species.
All right.
Oh shoot!
Here is sound number
Could
3.
have been a rooster though.
Okay.
What do you think that one is?
Can I? So we can change our things later on.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So, you guys have an answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
3.
Wait, actually.
No?
Oh no, I think I know what it
All
is.
right. 3, 2, 1.
Charizard.
Are you
Or
also
lion. Oh god, yeah, Charizard.
Charizard? All right, we're going with Charizard.
Just because it sounded like
Wow.
kind of like fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded a little bit digital in a way. But
Yeah, no,
it could have just been a bad recording
Somehow,
too.
Yeah.
Could have been a bad recording. But
All right.
God, this is scary. I feel like I'm
sound
done right.
sound number 4.
What if that's the human? Oh my goodness.
No, no, that can be human.
All right. So, I'm going to need an answer in 3, 2, 1.
Lion.
Lion. All right. So Clay, this is the second time you've said lion actually.
It is.
You can change your answer.
I will.
So,
I will be changing my answers.
here is sound number 5. All right. What do we have? In 3, 2, 1.
Human.
Okay, so
Rooster. What was that, Jonathan?
Rooster and rooster.
I said rooster. He said.
and Sergey's going
said
with human on this one. All right, interesting.
I thought you said Houston.
Yeah.
Is that somebody from Houston?
I guess so.
I think
I'm
so.
one
actually.
of those Houston fellows from down south.
And then here is the last one. What do you think that is?
Wait. Well,
That's
can you go?
definitely a Houston.
Can you go over the options again?
Yeah, so the options are frog, lion, pig, rooster, human, Charizard. All right, you guys have something?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, frog, lion, human, pig.
Frog, lion, pig, rooster, human, Charizard.
Okay. Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Human.
Oh, so Sergey, that is the second time you've said
Yes.
human.
I think the last one was rooster.
Alrighty,
For
so
people playing at home, if you're using this on your notes app on your iPhone, you can change all of them to emojis
oh yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
with the recommended text.
That's fun.
Which is kind of cool.
All right, so now I'm going to do quick comparison. Let's see how many every person has right. If you guys want to discuss,
I changed my first one to pig, just so you know.
Oh, right now, or do you want to know with before the change or after
I
this
think we're
change?
supposed to do it based on the first one.
Yeah, let me just
Okay,
tell you.
yeah, the first one.
Let me just tell you what you guys have based on your first guess. How many points do you all have?
I will have to say that if whatever that noise was for the frog, that did not sound like a frog.
That sounded so creepy. That sounded like an
Yes.
animal being tortured, whatever it was.
All right. So, out of those 6,
Sometime this year, please.
yeah. So Clay, you have 3 points.
Okay.
3 out of the
I'm
6.
guessing I have the lowest.
Yes, unfortunately. Jonathan, you have 4 out of the 6
What?
correct. Sergey,
Wow.
you have 5 out of the
Oh,
6 correct. But
wait.
no one has gotten them all right.
Wait, he has
No
5?
way.
5 out of 6.
I felt very confident about all those actually.
I'll let Sergey have the option to change his answers first. Sergey, your order was pig, frog, Charizard, lion, human, human.
Can I change my wait? Wait.
Oh man.
Hold on. If I have 5
think I know what my
points,
final one is.
if I have 5 points
Uh-huh.
and I did human twice,
It has to be one of those.
wait.
That's
So
correct.
that
One of the
other
humans is wrong. I mean,
So could I put the other human, the as rooster, the one that sounded
Wait, which one? The first one I played or the second one? The
second
last two.
one. The second one is a rooster.
So you think the second one is a rooster, and you think the
Yes.
first one that I played was a human?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other changes you want to make?
I know, Jonathan. You're looking at me like,
Are there any other changes?
No.
No. All right. So, Jonathan, your order was pig, frog, Charizard, lion, rooster, human, and you had 4 of those correct. So,
Oh man.
are there any other changes you want to make?
Well, I know that one of the last 2 is probably wrong. I'm assuming, but I don't really. Man, I don't know.
You don't have to switch them if you don't want to.
I might just need to hold out. I don't really know what I would change, to be honest. I felt pretty good about all those.
Okay.
Obviously, a couple were wrong, but I don't know.
All right, Clay. So your order was lion, frog, Charizard, lion, rooster, human. You had 3 of the 6 correct.
So I'm changing mine to pig, frog, Charizard, lion, human, rooster.
Okay. I would like to point out that's exactly what Sergey currently has.
Oh, I didn't
Are you
realize
okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going down together or we're tied?
Yeah, no, I'm totally okay with that. All
I want
right.
to be the animal king.
So, drum roll, please. Well, first of all, I'll just say, so Jonathan, we know, has 4 points
Yeah.
because he kept his answer the same. Pig, frog, Charizard, lion, rooster, human. So Sergey and Clay's score, that could be anything. So the first one is a pig, which you guys all put. So that was this sound.
I don't know if we have time to play the sounds back.
Yeah. So that is it's called funny animal pet pig making weird noises.
Oh, cool.
The second one you guys said was a frog. This is a frog. I'm just gonna play like a quick second. It's a crying bullfrog, actually.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Third one you guys said was Charizard, which that is correct. It is Charizard. Fourth one, you guys all had lion, and it is a lion. Then the fifth and the sixth one, this is where it got a little bit mixed up. Jonathan, you thought it was a rooster. Clay and Sergey, you thought it was a human. This is the sound.
Oh no.
It's a human making like a bird call.
It is a human.
I thought
It's
it
a
might
human. This is a human. And the rooster.
Sergey, I didn't mean to make mine just like yours.
No.
The rooster is.
Yes.
That's the rooster.
Oh, it sounds like a laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's saying it's a rooster that sounds like it's laughing, kind of like that video where the goat is like
Screaming.
sounding like a scream.
Oh.
So congratulations, Sergey and Clay. You had a perfect
Oh,
score.
no.
So we're the animal kings.
Oh,
Six
Hey,
out of
good
six.
job, guys.
You guys are the animal kings.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Actually, an animal king will accept no thanks from a lowly peasant animal.
Okay.
Four-
Just have to fling poo at you, I guess.
Four out of 6 is not bad,
Down for
Jonathan.
my lowly monkey branch or whatever.
Yeah, but you
Monkey
did
brain.
Oh man.
you did mix up rooster and human, so unfortunately you are going to have to act. I'll give you the choice. For the rest of the week,
Okay.
you either have to act like a rooster or a human, because those are the two got messed up. So.
I guess I like a rooster.
Oh,
Okay.
that's smart. That's easy.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
easy one to choose. So
All right, so real quick before we go, we have one listener question.
oh,
Who is our question from?
It is from Brady Kennedy, and he asks,
Brady. Shout out to Brady.
What's
Michael
the
Douglas
best
Brady.
flavor of jelly? I'm in the market for some good jelly.
Well, if you listen to last year, we had Jonathan's Summer Jams.
Oh, summer jams, but he wants jelly. though.
Jelly's different. Jelly's
We did
different.
recommend peach marmalade, I remember.
Yes.
Peach marmalade.
Which I guess
Okay.
isn't jelly either, but
So jelly. Jelly Bellies, jelly beans, birch flavored beans, Bean Boozled. I would recommend eating the poopy toilet paper flavored jelly bean from the Bean Boozled.
oh no,
oh man.
Oh. I think I would.
And to wash it down with some nice grass clippings.
Oh,
wow.
I would recommend cherry jelly.
Ooh, wow, I don't know if I've ever had that.
Yeah, actually, we
sounds
have
pretty
some back
good.
at the house
We also have some poopy toilet paper.
from
jelly
actually
beans.
some cherry trees at my parents' house.
Ooh,
Yes.
Wow.
Shout out to the
That's awesome.
Walksmans.
So if anyone wants,
Jane and oh god,
Richard.
Richard.
yes.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
It is, yeah.
That's his name. Not your name.
Jonathan's name is
we have the same
Richard.
Jonathan's name is Richard. Sorry, we're calling you the wrong name.
As for jelly, I'd probably have to go with jellyfish jelly from SpongeBob. Never actually eaten it, but it looks really good when they put it on their
That'll sting
Krabby
you.
Patties. Yeah, if they're as long as you're not within stinging distance, those things that looks pretty good.
All right, Jonathan, do you want to get the last opinion on this jelly debacle?
I'll go ahead and say black raspberry jelly.
Ooh, that is really
good.
Although I think
That sounds
is
pretty
that a
good.
jam or a jelly?
Probably. I mean, you could probably get either way.
Controversial.
Is there even a difference?
I think there is a difference.
Jam is a little bit more pasty, and jelly is a little bit more runny.
That does sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would
A
think
little less viscous, or a little more
Yeah.
viscous.
yeah.
The
A little,
jelly
more,
is.
a little more vicious
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening.
And real quick, before we do leave,
We won't be here next week.
Yes, quick
Probably not,
announcements.
yeah.
Sadly, we will not be here next Wednesday. But
It's
it's,
the
a pledge drive.
WIUX pledge drive.
There's pledge drive. Yay!
Yeah.
Listen in. It'll
Tune
be
in.
fun.
WIUX.
It won't be us, but it'll be somebody equally cool.
But
And they're going to ask for your money.
Your hard-earned cash, and you're gonna fork it over like that pig you are.
okay, that's not true. That's not true. However, the week after next week, because next week is WIUX's pledge drive, so
We're back with the double episode extravaganza. Maybe.
really,
Oh,
maybe.
Potentially.
Hopefully.
But so make sure you
Stay
if you're,
tuned.
Stay
for
tuned.
announcements.
Yeah, follow us on
If
all
you
those
want
social
to.
media platforms that the kids are using these days, because you're gonna hear
And some
announcements.
adults.
Yeah, exactly, and the adults as well. But
Cool
yeah,
ones.
the baby boomers and the millennials.
Baby
Exactly.
boomers and the baby doomers. So take your dark issues out right now.
all right. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for listening. Sweet dreams. And
See you in 2 weeks.
we love
Yeah.
you. See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.